What up, what up? What's the B word, man? I'm Anthony Addison with another segment of What's the B word. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit me up on Instagram, What's the B word 52, just like you see on YouTube. Hit me up on Facebook, What's the B word, and hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. And y'all already know what's going on with me, baby. Baltimore Raven fan, Raven Nation stand up. Flock, let's get it. And if you're new to this YouTube channel, you might not be a Raven fan. You might be a fan of anybody. You might be a fan of the Minnesota Vikings. You might be a fan of the New Orleans Saints. You might be a fan of anybody. Hit the subscribe button anyway. Hit the like button anyway, because we talk football, period, baby. But anyway, the reason why I brought up those two teams is we're going to talk about this game we just watched between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. And the Minnesota Vikings came in to New Orleans in the Big Easy, somewhere that is very, very hard to play, especially in the playoffs, and they upset the Saints. By the way, excuse me if I'm standing peeking up at the screen. I got the Philadelphia Eagles, Seattle game going on the screen also, so y'all just excuse if I peek up a few times. But anyway, man, the Vikings came in, and I'm talking about just shocked the Saints, stunned the Saints. So, let's go talk about why I think the Saints lost this game right here and stuff like that. First thing first, man, shout out to the Vikings defense. Because for the most part, at the beginning of the game, they held the Saints offense in check all game long pretty much. I mean, just all game long pretty much. They held the Saints offense in check. It wasn't too much the Saints could do. Drew Brees wasn't having the best game that he normally have. Alvin Kamara was being held in check. Mike Thomas was getting some plays, but he just wasn't dominating the game either. It just like the Saints offense was just having a hard time with the defense, mainly in the front. The defensive line was doing a great job getting pressure on Drew Brees and not giving Alvin Kamara lanes to be able to make plays, man. So that got a lot to do with why Minnesota won this game right here. They just stuck to their game plan. They ran the ball, trusted Kirk Cousins to make some plays when they needed him to make some plays, and tried to play clean and not turn the ball over. Even though in the first drive they was driving the ball pretty good, and they turned the ball over, and I think that's the only turnover. But for the most part, man, Minnesota just played clean football and did what they had to do to leave out of New Orleans with a win. Like I said, at the beginning of the game, the defense was slowing New Orleans all the way down, and to a man came into the game, the wild card, man, Taysom Hill, Mr. Slash, the real Slash. I know Pittsburgh fans used to call Cordell Stewart Slash, but Taysom Hill is the real Slash. If you're a fan of football, you might not be a fan of the Saints, man. But if you're a fan of football or just a fan of somebody that's just down to do whatever, then you gotta love Taysom Hill, man. I'm a Baltimore Raven fan to the death of me, but I love Taysom Hill, man. Taysom Hill is a quarterback who came to New Orleans and knew that he wasn't going to start over Drew Brees, knew he wasn't going to get no play time over Drew Brees, but guess what he did? Coach, put me on special teams. Put me here, put me there. I just want to play. I just want to play. They put Taysom Hill in there, man. He ran a read option, got the first down, and then turned around, and then stayed on the field and got a 50-yard bomb. And put the Saints in scoring range, and then did a lead block to get Alvin Kamara. I think that was Al Kamara or Murray, one of them, to get the touchdown, man. So shout out to Taysom Hill, man. Dude is just a beast. He also caught a touchdown too, man. New Orleans, y'all got something special with that guy right there. Y'all got something special with Teddy too, man. Y'all gonna be in good shape when Drew do leave. But for the most part, the story about this game was the Minnesota defense, man. They did what they had to do. They kept him in check for the most part, man. Drew did come out that third quarter. I think it was third or fourth quarter, one of those drives where Drew just really, really came and they drove down the field, and it looked like the Saints waking up and they finna get back to it, man. But they just never could rebound, man. They could never rebound. They was down 10-13, and they just never could rebound off that. And they eventually lost by 6 points. Mind you that they did miss a field goal right before the halftime. They would have had to score at halftime 13-13 also, man. So, I mean, it was just a rough night for New Orleans. Rough day for New Orleans. I mean, the offense just didn't look like the normal offense. And it had a lot to do with pressure. When you pressure in a quarterback like Minnesota pressure, And it wasn't even really like they wasn't really getting a lot of pressure with blitzes. They was just getting pressure with their front guys. And when you get pressure with like that with your front man, it's hard for any offense to do anything. That's just being real. When you could play coverage and still get to the quarterback, man, it's tough to win. Drew Brees finished his game 26 for 33 with 208 yards, one touchdown, one interception. He had an interception, and he lost a fumble. He was sacked 3 times. I don't know how many times he was hit, but he lost a fumble. Let's talk about that fumble. That fumble was crucial, man. That fumble was crucial because it looked like the Saints was driving and they was getting ready to get a touchdown and get the lead. But sadly, Drew Brees he didn't protect the ball well. I know he got the situation with his thumb. More of the reason why when he felt like he was getting pressure, he should have tucked the ball and just went down. At times like that in the playoffs, you gotta play it safe, man. You can't just be too risky. And he was being too risky with the football, and it cost him. It ultimately cost him. Because if they would have scored a touchdown on that drive, that would have put the pressure on Minnesota. But Minnesota got the ball back, couldn't milk the clock. The Saints was able to get back downfield and kick the field goal for the extra point. Now, this guy right here, man. Before I start talking about this guy right here, man, I'm gonna shout out Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook had a nice game. 28 carries, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. Adam Thielen had like 7 catches for 129. Stephon Diggs he really wasn't involved in this game like that. But it is what it is. Sometimes, the game plan don't cater to a player. Sometimes the game plan cater somewhere else. And that's why Adam Thielen ate like he did today. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get to this guy right here. We always been so hard on him. Everybody's always so hard on him, including myself. I'm hard on him too. Kirk Cousins, man. Kirk Cousins went 19 for 31, 242. The numbers don't scream out, oh, he had a great game like that or stuff like that. But what he did in that overtime, man, he really just like gut checked this. He just gut checked. He gut checked in the overtime, man. I think that was Rudolph. He hit a long pass to Rudolph that got them right there by the end zone, man. I mean, a clutch pass. I mean, he missed the clutch pass to the young guy in the fourth quarter when the young guy still could have caught the ball, but if he would have laid it out there a little bit more, then the young guy would have caught it and he would have been gone. But he turned around in the overtime and he fixed it. He got it deep to Rudolph and got him in touchdown position, got him in the red zone, and he capped it off with a pass to Rudolph, man. Now I know it was 2 questionable calls, questionable situations in the game. One was the Dalvin Cook touchdown. A lot of people feel like he didn't break the plane. 2 was the game-winning touchdown with Rudolph, where he looked like he did offensive pass interference. Man, the thing is, man, if you just go out there and dominate, and I know it sucks because you don't want the game to be determined by the refs or what a call was and stuff like that. But if you go out there and dominate, you wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. If Drew Brees didn't fumble that football, y'all wouldn't have been in this situation in the first place. If he didn't throw that interception, y'all probably wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. If the offensive line would have blocked well all game, gave Alvin Kamara and Drew Brees some time in the pocket, y'all wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. So really, to me, if you look at the eye test and how this game went today, they were just a better team today. That's the one thing about football, man. You might be the better team all year, but you got to be the better team that day. And Minnesota just was the better team that day. So shout out to Kirk Cousins. Shout out to the Minnesota Vikings. Shout out to you Vikings fans. Shout out to you Saints fans. I mean, I feel bad for y'all, man, because it's rough when it happens like that, man. 3 years in a row and the upsetting playoff loss twice to the Vikings, man. It seems like they just really got y'all number right now. So y'all gotta go back to the drawing board, figure out if Drew gonna come back. He probably don't need to come back. He probably just need to go call it a career. If he do call it a career, shout out to Drew Brees, man. Drew Brees is one of my favorite quarterbacks. One of the greatest quarterbacks to play the game of football. One of the most underrated quarterbacks, to me. The greatest quarterback that never won an MVP. Because Drew Brees has never won an MVP. So if he do retire, man, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer, hands down. And Saints, y'all will be okay. Y'all got a world class coach. Y'all got Teddy. Y'all got Taysom. Y'all got the pieces around y'all to get better. To get better. So I hate y'all season ended like that, but it's on to the next. Right now I'm watching Philadelphia versus Seattle, and it look like Seattle's gonna win this game right here. But anyway, I'll see y'all after that game right there. I might do my post game thoughts on that, and just say what I feel about that game right there, man. But it don't look good for Philadelphia. But anyway, the main reason why New Orleans lost this game was because the offense didn't play good. They didn't play good like they should have. So that's just what it is. Blame it on the refs and all this stuff. But the refs didn't fumble the ball. The refs didn't intercept the ball, throw interceptions. The refs didn't punt the ball 6-7 times in the first half. I mean, I think the Saints had like seven positions. I think I heard them say they got 7 positions and 9 first downs or something like that in the first half. That's not Saints football. That wasn't good football that they played today. Just point blank period. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to the page. Like I said, I'll be back for the my thoughts about the Seattle and Eagles game. And then also tomorrow I'll be dropping my preview for the Baltimore Ravens Tennessee Titans game, which I'm excited about. Tennessee come meet us at the bank. Woo woo, we'll be there. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. Y'all hit me up on Instagram, what's the B word 52. Hit me up on Facebook, what's the B word. Hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. And I love y'all. I love y'all subscribers. We almost at 700 subscribers. Flock, I love y'all, man. And I'm out.